Go ahead.
Matthew 5:33 and 34.
Go ahead.
All right. Matthew 5, again, ye have heard that there have been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shall perform unto the Lord. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven nor God's throne.
For it is God's throne. For it is God's throne.
For it is God's throne.
All right, so what does it seem like it means?
Don't take an oath.
Yeah. Like, give me an example.
Like, for instance, like the judges and the police, when they get sworn in and everything.
Yeah, that's a sin. You ain't supposed to do that. They be putting their hand on the Bible, swearing on the Bible. You know, you ain't supposed to do that according to the Bible. Yeah,
like,
go ahead.
Like, you know what I'm saying? when you testify in court and they make you tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, that's the same as oath, right?
Yeah, it's like, okay, when you doing that, when you swearing by the Bible like that, let's say you ain't about to tell the truth. Let's say your homeboy in the jam and you finna get ready to lie for him, but you swear on that Bible. Like, by you lying, you finna consequences that any man would if he lied. Like, whatever punishment God got for a liar, you gonna suffer that punishment because you swear to him. Now okay, I forgot the term you do, like if you in that situation, you can tell the judge, I don't swear on the Bible. It's not plead the fifth, it's something else. It's something, I forget what it is, but it's something, I'll get with you if you ever need it. But it's something you can tell them to where you ain't gotta swear on the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You can tell them the Bible, but I forget what you gotta tell them, but it's something you can tell them to where they won't make you do that. But that's what that scripture. Go ahead.
It's talking about just you can't make an oath.
Yeah, don't make no, like, okay, when you, even like on a smaller level, like let's say it ain't court, like don't swear to God. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that because, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know how brothers, you know, like if they think you lying or if you think that somebody think that you lying, you be like, I swear to God, it's unnecessary. That's why the scripture said, let your yea be yea and your nays be nay. Meaning, just stand, if they say you did something and you saying you didn't do it, you know what I'm saying? And you sitting up there, I swear to God, I didn't do it. It's not necessary. Let your yeas be yea and your nay be nay. If you didn't do it, just say no. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say, matter of fact, I think it's in the same thing. Yeah, John 9:37.
Let your communications be yea, yea, nay, nay, or whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil.
Cometh evil. When somebody say, man, I swear to God I ain't do that, they lying. They trying to get you to believe that they ain't lying by swearing to God, because they know in your mind, if you swear to God, it automatically triggers telling the truth, because they wouldn't do that. When they eat pork and, you know, do all kind of other sins, when somebody, best believe they lying. That's why the scriptures say, if he ain't no stand up man saying yes alone, and he's sitting there, I swear to God, best believe it's evil coming from that brother with this situation. Because if it would say, yeah, I've done that, or no, I didn't do that, and that'll be that. Go ahead.
What about, I'll put it on everybody.
All of that, I mean, that ain't swearing to God. but you can still tell when a brother lying. You know what I mean? Like when brothers do stuff like that, and I put that on everything and all that, 9 times out of 10 they lying to you. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was the truth, they'd just tell you the truth, and that shit'll stand. You get what I'm saying? All right. Anything else?
Shalom.
Go ahead.
I got a question about Deuteronomy. It's in the curse, Deuteronomy 28.
Okay.
53 through 57.
'53 through 57.
Shalom.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt, Deuteronomy 53, 28, 53 through 57. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee.
Okay, now read it from the top again.
And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body.
So now what is this talking about? What is like give me the context of this scripture right here. What is this? A curse, right?
It's a curse.
From the Lord if you disobey. So the Lord warned us that this will happen. Read it from the top again.
53. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee.
So now, this scripture right here is spiritual and it's literal. You know what I'm saying? We doing that now by what? Abortions. You know what I'm saying? Abortions. This happened physically during the siege. You know, y'all know what a siege is? Hold on.
It's like,
go ahead.
It's like a attack.
Yeah. What was you gonna say?
Take over.
Yeah. It's okay. I'll get the literal definition. Somebody else give me look up Josephus 70 AD officer in the shot. Look up Josephus 70 AD. This is a definition of a siege. It says a situation in which soldiers or police officers surround a city, building, etc., in order to try to take control of it. So now, when did this happen to Israel? Go ahead.
Jesus told them to flee to the mountains.
Yeah, this that same. Now, when did that happen?
70 AD.
70 AD. This is a prophecy about that. That's why Yahweh in the New Testament came back and told them this finna get ready to happen. Moses warned them of it thousands of years before it happened. Christ came on the scene like, okay, this is finna happen soon. You know what I'm saying? And what he was prophesying about is how Rome, Israel, it wasn't no ways in, it wasn't no ways out. So now if you got to get food, what you gonna do? When a city run out of food, what you gonna do? You can't go out the city because you'll get killed or enslaved by the Romans. Can't nobody bring you food because they gonna get killed or enslaved by the Romans. So what was happening was our people were left to the results of eating their own babies, trying to survive, because the white man had surrounded us in a siege in 70 AD. What you find?
Josephus, the siege of Jerusalem, AD 70. Rome.
Okay, now
The siege of Josephus. Throughout the city, people were dying of hunger and law enduring unspeakable. In every house, the merest hint of food sparked violence, and close relatives fell to blows, snatching from one another the pitiful support of life. No respect was paid even to the dying. The ruffians, anti-Roman zealots, searched them in case they were concealing food somewhere in their clothes.
So you had a group of brothers that went around basically looting everybody, like went around robbing folks. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad it got. Read on.
Or just pretending to be near death, gaping with hunger. Like mad dogs, lawless gangs went staggering and reeling through the streets, battering upon the doors like drunkards, and so bewildered that they broke into the same house 2 or 3 times in an hour.
That's how bad they were starving. They would go back into that same house hoping to find something.
But why dwell on the commonplace rubbish which the starving were driven to feed upon? Give her that what I have to recount is an act unparalleled in the history of either the Greeks or the barbarians.
All right, so jump down to that last paragraph where the sister.
My poor baby.
Yeah, she grew.
Okay. Seizing her child, an infant at the breast, she cried, "My poor baby, why should I keep you alive in this world of war and famine?"
Man, that's the pressure that sisters got right now. That's why that scripture is manifold. It's spiritual and physical. Because that same pressure she was under, right? You know what I mean? We being oppressed now. So sisters say what? Man, I ain't ready to have no baby. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I can't have no baby. So they get an abortion because of the pressure of the society, you know what I'm saying, oppressing them. So this sister was on that same tip, but she was starved. She was literally starving to death. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Even if we live till the Romans come, they will make slaves of us.
So she like, shit, even if we stay alive, you know, even if we fight to survive, only thing that's gonna happen to us is we're gonna end up being slaves. You know?
And anyway, hunger will get us before slavery does. And the rebels are crueler than both. Come, be food for me in an avenging fury to the rebels, and a tale of cold horror to the world to complete the monstrous agony of the Jews.
Read on. With
these words, she killed her son, roasted the body, swallowed half of it, and stored the rest in a safe place.
So that's how that's no food, can't find. So she basically kills my,
When these words, she killed her son. No, it's like the rebels were on her at once, smelling roasted meat.
So the rebels, you know, them niggas, those, you know what I'm saying, going around, breaking in the same house.
To kill her instantly if she did not produce it.
So they like, you got food in there, we gonna kill you. You know?
She shaved them a share and revealed the remains of her child, seized with horror and stupefaction.
Let me look up that word. I might want to use it. We are public speakers, you know what I'm saying? Use stupefaction. Let me see. Go ahead.
So this is a fact that Rome surrounded Jerusalem and took over. Mm-hmm. So why do the Kemet people don't like put that together?
Because they don't want to. Like the whole point of like anybody rejecting the Bible, trying to denounce God, is because they don't want to keep the laws. Like even the scriptures say, I'm gonna get that scripture next after I get this definition. But it's stupefaction. Okay, let me go back to stupefaction. It says the act of stupefying, the state of being stupefied. So I'm gonna read stupefied. So I'm gonna read stupefied. It says, that's what I'm on, the damn app.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It says to shock or surprise someone very much, to cause someone to become able to think clearly. So they looking at, they starving. She's starving too. They both in the same boat. But they looking at her like, what the hell is you doing? Like you seeing something straight off a damn horror film. That was our life at this point. Read on.
They stood paralyzed at the sight. But she said, this is my own child and my own handiwork. Eat already.
She like, go ahead, I already ate. Oh, man. Read on.
Do not show yourselves weaker than a woman or more pitiful than a mother.
Damn, so she like, she calling their manhood out on this. She calling it, she like, look, it's my own baby and I ate it. Did you tell me y'all weaker than me? And I'm a woman? Read on.
But if you have pious scruples and shrink away from human sacrifice, then what I have eaten can count as your share. And I will eat what is left as well. At that they slunk away, trembling, not daring to eat, although they were reluctant to yield even this food to the mother. The whole city soon reigned with the abomination. When people heard of it, they shuddered as though they had done it themselves.
So that's how like people heard about this and they felt so guilty because it also showed you that we don't do that. Mm-hmm. Like how them brothers responded. Because I believe when Captain Y.A.H.N.Na was debating Polite, yeah, it was between Captain Y.A.H.N.Na and Polite in like 2013. And Polite tried to use that scripture that you just asked about, to try to say that that's something we do, eat our babies. When that was something that we was forced to do because we didn't have no food. And it was only like a few desperate brothers and sisters, like, you know, other people just died. But if you starving and you on the brink of death, you will do anything to survive. You know what I'm saying? But that show you this show you that we wasn't doing that, because if we was doing that, then the brothers wouldn't have been shot. the people wouldn't have felt guilty about it. So go back to Deuteronomy 28. Matter of fact, let me read that scripture I just said I read about Kemet or whatever. But yeah, a lot of them people who believe in Kemet, when you bring up Josephus, they try to just denounce him like he ain't in figure, because Josephus also wrote about Yahushua too. Saying which is for some historic account. Josephus is one, and then called medieval Rome. They got like a historical kind of Christ. But a lot of times, bro, they don't want the proof. How many times they done came up to U.P.K, asked us certain questions, prove this, prove that, and we show them the proof. Like Commander General YAHANNA, 2 Passover, Egypt, had historical facts and all of that. You can look at it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Proving how we was in some of the sisters, like them sisters named in Exodus. I forget their names, but they were some sisters that did midwives. They named us in Egyptian papyruses. But you show a nigga that believe in care to like, nah, because they don't want to believe. They know once they believe something, anything about the Bible, have to follow that Bible. They have to keep them laws. Meaning they can't get high no more. And if they do get high, they're going to be held accountable. So what they try to do is denounce the whole book like it never existed so they can do what the hell they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you the scripture. Go ahead.
Okay, I got one more question about that. So they're looking at Egypt just because it was great. Is that why they?
Because the white man exposed it. The reason, like, you know what I'm saying, niggas like Egypt is because the white man like Egypt. The same way how the white man made that movie 300. Now you got all kind of fake Israelites trying to make that movie about Israel. It's the same spirit. Yeah, they trying to make like them white men with their shirt off and wearing skirts and shit. They try to make it seem like them was Israelites.
Yeah, I thought we were the ones who was carrying in slavery because they didn't have Israel in slavery.
Yeah.
So I was looking at it like we was the ones in slavery in that movie.
Yeah, if you wanna know where we at any point of history, just look at the slaves. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been enslaved our whole damn existence. We've been enslaved more than we ain't been enslaved. You know what I'm saying? But the Persians, I wouldn't like that movie. Ain't real. That movie, nah. That movie ain't real. Like, it's not a true story. It's just a movie. But go to yeah.
Psalms 14:1. Musician, a psalm of David. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God.
The fool have what?
In his heart.
The fool have said in his heart. Read on.
There is no God.
So read on.
They are corrupt.
They are what?
They are corrupt.
Read on.
They have done abominable works. There is none that do it good.
So anybody that try to say that Most High ain't real, just know that they just an evil sinner. And the reason they don't want him to be real, no matter how much proof and how much archaeology and historic fact you show them to validate the Israelites existed, you know what I'm saying, they still not gonna serve that God because they just evil and wicked. You know what I mean? They're gonna always denounce any facts we prove, you know, we bring forth, because they know to prove that we existed means that our God exists. If our God exists, that means that they gotta obey. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Go ahead.
so this type precept, how would you categorize it?
This Psalms 14:1.
Mm-hmm.
You would use this if you want to cut like if you want to cut like that. For example, that sister at remember we was at camp in Atlanta? Mm-hmm. Not the sister, the heathen, yeah. The woman, and she had all them cuts on her arm, and Captain Soccer War called out on it. This is a good scripture to use, because what she didn't believe, she believed in abortion, and she also was saying that God wasn't real, that the Bible wasn't real. You can use this scripture to cut somebody like her.
Atheists and anybody just don't believe.
Yeah. Anybody that try to say that ain't no God, that you a God, and you know what I'm saying? Anybody try to say that. All right, so go back to Deuteronomy 28. I believe it's an account in a Bible that was similar to this. Where I'm not sure though. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll get back. I think it is though. I think it's a account in the Bible where we was forced to eat our children. Well, that was what, Deuteronomy 28 and 54.
53.
I read verse 53.
And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God has given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee.
So this is a prophecy about 70 AD. Read on.
54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
So again, it's spiritual and it's literally talking about that siege, because just like them brothers that was going around looting people, they eye was evil towards their brother. Why? Because they was put in you know what I'm saying, bad situation. Just like brothers today. Why brothers turn evil towards their brother? Because they put in bad situations. Read on.
And toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Read on.
55. So that he would not give to any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall eat, because he hath nothing left in him in the siege.
Read on.
And in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates.
So yeah, this, like, again, this is talking about the literal siege. And you also like breaking this down for somebody, let's say like they trying to use this scripture for something else. You can bring out that whole historical, like they trying to use the scripture to say y'all eat babies. You can bring out the historical fact, but also explain how we still doing this today. So, because like it sounds now, because of the wording that it's using, but we doing this exact same thing. This going on every day, right now. Like the siege happened, yeah, but this going on now. You know what I'm saying? 500,000 abortions being committed. That's happening right now. We is eating our babies. We devouring our babies. We might not be cooking them as food and eating them, but we is killing them either way. Go ahead.
When you say they have seized us anyway, because you know what I'm saying, how we, you know what I'm saying, almost control, like the thing in Houston, the
flood.
Houston,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They, oh yeah, you gotta go here, you gotta go there, you know what I'm saying? I understand that. But like stuff outside of hurricane, like for instance, police, They sit up, they give us the hard penalties, put us in prisons. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they sieging us again. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
telling us, oh yeah, go on and abort your babies because you can't sit up there. You know, take care of them. You ain't making enough money. You know what I'm saying? You did all this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have no future. You keep the child and everything. It's almost just like siege.
It's the same thing. Like that's the white man. He done it in history as far as like force you to do things, like force you to worship him or he'll kill you. But now the way he do it is through what? Seduction. Like now that's the way you force you now. For example, the drug epidemic. You know what I'm saying? The white man pushed it in our neighborhoods knowing that we lack resources. You understand? Knowing that the woman done put the man up the house. So now he puts the drugs in the neighborhood. Oh, okay, I ain't making no money, so let me sell these drugs to get my woman back. Damn, okay, either that or damn, I'm out the house. Let me get how to deal with it. And now we being seduced by selling them drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because we poor, we ain't got nothing. So what we do? Sell drugs and get how to cope with being poor. And it's all because the white man seduced us to do it. Meaning he forced us to do it. He just didn't have a gun to our head, but you ain't got to do that. You ain't necessarily got to have a physically force anybody to do that. It's like the scriptures say, if you entice a maid and you lie with her, you forced her through what? Your seduction. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same way the white man, that's how he operate. That's why that microchip, you know what I'm saying, about the mark of the beast being a microchip, like people who think that don't understand the white man. The white man is at the point now where he don't need to put a microchip in you to make you do what he wants you to do. He'll just seduce you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, what you're saying is true. Read on.
56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground. So
that's how tender our sisters was. Like before they had servants carry them. You know what I'm saying? They were so tender and delicate that their foot wouldn't even get dirty on the ground. Read on.
For delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom.
And that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? The wife don't respect the man. The man hit the woman and leave. All of that is because of oppression. Because we being oppressed, we ain't really got a grip on life. You know what I'm saying? We just living for the moment because we slaves here. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And towards her son, and towards her daughter. 57. And towards her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
Meaning what? Abortions. A lot of sisters do what when their babies is born? They hate that baby because what? He looked like his daddy. The baby remind her of, you know, his daddy. So she get the beating on him because every time she get mad, she get to smacking him in the mouth. You just like your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And they had this thing called postpartum depression. You know what I'm saying? Where the woman had a baby and they get so depressed that they take it out on them. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing.
Same thing. Yeah, I mean, that's going on today, and it happened back in the siege. You know?
And to which she shall bear. For she shall eat them for one of all things secretly in the siege and straitness.
So in the oppression, she gonna eat them for one of all things. What that sound like? Abortion. What else you gonna say? So like, you know what I'm saying? Abortion. You know what I mean? Because what they say, I met a sister, like I was talking to a sister, courting or whatever, and she always kept bringing up how she I don't know, she wanted to ride motorcycles. But because she had a baby, she can't ride motorcycles. You can still ride a motorcycle if you want to ride a motor. My daddy got a motorcycle. He got 6 kids. You can ride the damn motorcycle. It's like you get in the car and drive. Nah, she didn't have the baby. But that's like the witchcraft of America. They make you think like having a baby is just so evil, you know, because you poor. They treat you being poor like that's a sin. That's how Christians treat black people, especially. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church treat black people, poor black people, like they just disgusting. You know what I'm saying? They got all the money, like what's going on now with Joel Osteen and the flood. You know what I'm saying? Joel Osteen ain't doing nothing to help nobody. Christians ain't doing nothing to help nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's the sister, she said she also wanted to act. Like, you can still do these things, you know. You know what I'm saying? The problem is you just wasn't gonna do them in the first place. You just need a baby to blame it on. You know what I'm saying? But she'll say those things and in the same breath say, no, I love my child. When, nah, like, you need to get your mind together. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't that baby fault. You laid down with that man and y'all had that baby. You can't blame that baby for nothing. That was y'all decision to do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what a lot of brothers go through it too. You know what I'm saying? Have a baby, have sex with a woman, knowing they don't want no children, you know, and when the time comes, because they oppress, they evil to that seed by not being there for them. Go ahead.
So like, I know this one lady, she had 8 abortions, right?
Good night. And
she had one child. The child got leukemia.
Mm-hmm. Leukemia is what?
Cancer of the brain.
Okay, yeah.
She died, and she blamed the Most High for taking her child. When you didn't take it into consideration with all those 8 other kids.
Right. That you done already killed.
That you killed. You didn't blame, you know what I'm saying? You didn't blame God either. So why the hell are you blaming him for taking that child that, you know what I'm saying, that you let live and you're going to get pissed off at him? No, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't get pissed off and you don't kill 8 of them.
Exactly.
That's all, you know what I'm saying? They don't understand it's still murder with God. Exactly.
Now, all in all, we doing this because what?
Not doing the law. Following the law.
That's true, but it's one answer I'm looking for.
What?
Come on, you almost there. It's the damn devil. That's it. Right. You know what I'm saying? We doing this because the white man is the devil. You know what I'm saying? People say, you don't blame the white man, don't blame the white man. Like, people who say that, stay the hell away from them. Because their mind is gone. Like, they just blame black people for everything. You know what I'm saying? Nah. The white man put us in these conditions to where it created a certain person. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just like this because we like this. You know what I mean? We are humble and righteous people, but if you oppress any people, they're going to do the same things we do. You know what I'm saying? Like all them damn mobs and that the white man had, Al Capone and all of them cats, them was murderers. You know what I'm saying? They was doing that because they was oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Go to Ecclesiasticus, the 12th chapter. Let me see where it's at. Man, what that scripture at that say, you might not know it on. They say, wherever you got trouble, there he is amongst you. It's in the Apocrypha. It's a rock, or Ecclesiastes. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I might not be able to find it. Yeah, I can't find it. Maybe somebody watching will type it in the damn chat. You know what I'm saying? I can't find it though. But it's a scripture that say, like, whenever there's trouble and adversity, it's the enemy's fault. They're your enemy sitting right there whenever you got trouble. And that precept you can use to show that even the scriptures say that the white man is the reason why we going through what we going through. Even when we was in Egypt, right? The Lord didn't blame Israel because Israel was obviously sinning. Go ahead.
Can you repeat what that means again? What you just said?
The
scripture you were looking for?
Like the scripture, it say something like, wherever you got trouble, or I can't remember exactly how it's quoted to look it up, but it's in the Apocrypha in Sirach. It say, or Ecclesiastes, it say like wherever you got trouble. Go ahead.
I think there's one. Psalms 46:1.
Let me see that.
We read it.
Yeah.
God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble.
No, not that. It's one that say like when you in trouble, it's because of your enemy. That's basically what it's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole context was never trust your enemy. Trouble was because of your enemy done it. As a scripture that says that in the Apocrypha, in Ecclesiastes. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was finna say about Egypt. Egypt, you know what I mean? Israel for sure was sinning in Egypt because he told us not to when we came out of Egypt. Like them laws in the Bible where all them laws in the first 5 books, that's just 600 ways how not to be an Egyptian. The Lord had to tell us don't be a homosexual because they was doing it in Egypt. We're still doing it when we came out. The same way if the Lord came right now, free Israel, you know what I'm saying, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, no matter what they believe in, just freedom. Every last one of us, we still gonna be wanting to celebrate 4th of July and all of these things we do here. And the Lord gonna have to reiterate how you should live. That's the same way the law is. So we was obviously sinning in Egypt. The Lord didn't say, oh, y'all sinned, so y'all deserve y'all enemies over you. The Lord killed the Egyptians and freed his people. You know what I'm saying? He don't blame the victim.
So
Go ahead.
I know what you're looking for, your enemies, you know what I'm saying, is your enemy's fault.
Mm-hmm.
But Ecclesiastes 12 and 15 do it. It almost tell you that, you know what I'm saying, he don't give a damn about your enemy.
Your enemy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I thought it was in there. Because that whole context is saying never trust thine enemy. You know what I'm saying? Never trust your enemy. Now, how can that bring up another thing? How can that say that in this scripture? In the New Testament, it say, Yahweh said, love your enemies. Go ahead.
It's like he's talking about your brother.
Yeah, he talking about a black man that's your enemy. He ain't talking about your enemy as in the heathens. You know what I'm saying? What was you had a question?
I was just what you were talking about. Ecclesiastes 22. Ecclesiastes 22 with it said, talk not to him that have no understanding.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 17.
Okay, let me hear that.
It says, if adversity come upon
That's
thee.
it. Read it again.
If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first.
Thou shalt find him there first, the enemy. If adversity or trouble, if adversity come upon you means something going wrong, just know your enemy right there to cause it. The so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? Is more on that?
He come.
Read on.
And now though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Though he pretend to help you, you know what I'm saying? He throw the welfare out there, Yeah, so he got welfare is a choice you can take and take advantage of. Section 8 is something you can take advantage of, but then what he do once you take it?
Thanks.
That and something else, he undermine you. Say again?
He owns you.
What you mean? Like
if you live in the project, you owned by this, you basically owned by the government.
Yeah, that's true.
They can knock them down anytime when they get registered.
That's true. Go ahead. Officer in the shop.
No, so
Go ahead.
So like, keep you out of your own house.
You can do that.
Change rules for you.
Exactly. Anybody else? Go ahead.
I was gonna say he kind of he pacifies you, he dumbs you down.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he's giving you, if he's telling you, all right, let me give you these stamps, you're gonna take that, and now you gotta do what he tells you. Like you gotta, you only can make this certain amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Your for a woman especially, your man can't be in the house.
Mm-hmm.
He controls you now.
Exactly. Anybody else? Go ahead.
He makes you dependent on him.
Yep. He puts you in that trap. You know what I'm saying? He make you, like the word undermine, it's what it means. Say to make someone or something weaker or less effective, usually in a secret or gradual way. You know what I'm saying? By them, that's what they also do. They give you that option of welfare in Section 8. And then what they do after that, they say, man, these niggas is taking up Section 8. But you offer the damn service. Like, you offer welfare and then blame black people for being on welfare. Go ahead.
So like, it's a proven fact that there's more white people on welfare in Section 8 than there is black.
Yeah, because there's more of them. There's more people than us. So we can never be on that program more than them. We a minority. We can't be more. There's more people than it. You know what I'm saying? Us. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to take their side, but they do, well, for black people and white people, there's a lot of lazy people that get on there and don't want to get a job. I'm not saying some people actually do need it, and they trying, they working, they still need it, but a lot of people, like, they come there with $400 shoes on, or this watch that costs $1,000 or whatever, but you're trying to, you in line.
For welfare. Yeah. Okay. Here's how you should look at that. The white man, first of all, is the devil. And he owes you that damn watch you got on and them shoes. He owe you this whole country. Ain't no such thing as a lazy black person ever. Because you should, like, you working for you to have to go to a slavery is illegal in the Bible. Like how slavery is set up in America, that's illegal the way they do it. It's a sin in the Bible. Like to work, let's say you get paid once a month, or they give you a fat check once a month, or let's say you get paid once a week, but you work 7 days throughout that week, and they pay you at the end of the week. You ain't supposed to do that according to the Bible. According to the Bible, you get paid that same day you work. If you work, let's say whoever paying you $10 an hour, and you work 8 hours. Before you leave where you're doing your work, he's supposed to pay you right then and there. If you don't do it like that, it's a sin. Because now, if you don't get paid that way every day, now you got to keep receipts and tabs on your hours. And because we live life so fast, we don't give a damn about. A lot of folks just be like, man, I know my time is right, my hours is right, this, that, is right. And then they do some, something dumb to where they done messed up your money. When really, according to the Bible, they're supposed to pay you every day. Like this entire system is set up for you're really supposed to be lazy in this system because it's not normal. Brothers go and sisters too. But up like you gotta have 2 or 3 slaveries just to survive. Go ahead.
Not like lazy like that, but Like, I'm just speaking on my own experience. Like, I ain't trying to call out with my baby mother. But she gives more money than me, and I'm working.
Right.
But she ain't got no job.
I understand. Like, I understand how that could be frustrating. But you know, hey, the white man a devil.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Whenever you got it, what the scripture say? Whenever there's adversity, he's right there. Like, never blame black people for nothing. I don't give a damn if I get a paper cut. The white man is the devil. I got the paper cut because damn, you shouldn't have cut the damn trees down to give me paper. What was you gonna say, officer?
I was gonna say, what is that a precept for? Ecclesiastes 12:17.
What we just read? Like what you mean? Like what topic it belongs to?
Yeah.
Like you can where somebody's trying to blame black people for being oppressed. You can use that for that. Never trust your enemy. Put that in there. Like, it's whatever you can apply it to. But yeah, like, them people, because I mean, anybody, any other race that come over here to America, like, they like, everybody tell black people go to college to be successful and get your degree. And when heathens come over here, they don't even do that. They just are allowed to start a business and boom. But they tell us, oh, you got to do this and do that to, you know, be successful, when that ain't what heathens do. Like, the reason we in the situation we in is not because black people is lazy. It's not because of none of that. It's because, for one, we cursed by the Lord, and two, the white man is the devil. That's right. Go ahead.
It's like Ecclesiastes, because 12 and 15, it says, for while he will abide with thee, but as thou begin to fall, he will not tear thee. He don't care if you fucking fall or not.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? That's how the white man is. Like, I was watching The Walking Dead. That nigga with the one eye, like, I was looking at him like, man, he the devil. The governor, the dude, the governor. I'm like, because I'm like, man, this is so biblical because he's just so sweet and charming, but he the devil. Like, you know what I'm saying? He evil as hell, but he'll get you with that charm and that tender kindness and take care of you, take you in, when really he just using you for his benefit. And then he turned around, spoiler alert, but he turned around and killed everybody, all these people, because they didn't do what he said. Go ahead. Yeah, I know. the shit getting boring anyway.
It gets better.
All right, whatever. What was you gonna say?
I'll just say what you just said with that whole thing you just saying. That's Ecclesiastes 12:16.
Yeah.
The enemy speaking sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines how to throw thee into a pit.
Damn right. That's how the devil was in that show. Go ahead.
I got a question about like what's some of the stuff that we do on the Sabbath that we're not supposed to do, like far as like the world. Like so can you like cook on the Sabbath? You
can cook on the Sabbath.
You know, I.U.I.C.
Yeah,
it was like they was bashing the people saying that you
can't cook. Go to that scripture that they pulled. Exodus 35, I think it is, and 3.
Right.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if that's the case, you can't turn these lights on.
Nah, you can't do nothing.
Let's make it back work.
Yeah. I asked like what's some stuff that we do, like you can cook, but you can't go to like your slavery.
Yeah, you can't go if you can get off that day. I'm gonna explain what the Sabbath is and all of that. I think it's 35 and 3. I think. Go ahead.
Another thing, what about let's say you can't buy and sell? That means you can't like. So if it's a day of rest and you're supposed to like chill, can you buy something like?
Yeah, I'll explain all of that. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'll pull the scriptures they pull and explain them the right way. Go ahead.
I was under the impression that you couldn't cook with the because you can't burn
You can't kindle a fire.
Kindle a fire.
Right.
Yeah. So that was under pressure. I knew you can cut on lights because I know that you know, I.S.U.P.K, they have lights. They didn't have light switches back in.
Exactly.
You know, light a fire.
So Friday night, they're just supposed to be dark. They're supposed to be dark.
Yeah, I knew that.
Can't kindle no fire. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Yeah, read that scripture. Exodus 35:3.
Exodus 35:3.
Go ahead.
Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
So now they see this and say, see, you can't kindle a fire. And they specify it to mean you can't cook, which they don't say that. It say don't kindle the fire. Now jump up, matter of fact, jump up to verse 2.
Exodus 35:2. 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death.
Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. Meaning what?
Go work, you put to death.
This is talking, what kind of work? It's talking about going to the gym, working out. Go ahead.
Like you're talking about servitude.
Servile work. This is talking about, okay, the laws ain't on a civil level. Like the laws in the Bible, this is like a government's level. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, the Constitution. That's not for civilians to dib and dabble in. Laws that lawyers study, that ain't something that civilians know. It ain't just something civilians just open up and be like, oh, we can't do this, we can do this. Only certain people are allowed to, or only certain people can understand those things. Like your woman, right? She know not to run red lights, but she don't know all of the, you know, codes and amendments and this, that, and the other that come behind running a red light or the police pulling you over. She just know, don't murder nobody, don't run no red lights, don't speed, don't do this, don't do that. But behind those things that you should and shouldn't do is sub laws and sub statutes to support that law that civilians ain't got access to, deal with access to. That's the same way the Bible is. Like this is not talking to a civilian. This is talking to people in charge on how to do things. You know what I'm saying? But because of slavery, we think the Bible is just a personal feel-good book that you just read to get through your day. When the Bible is literally our Constitution. So now read that scripture, read verse 3. So now the context of this is you can't work, meaning servile work. This don't mean that you can't go work out or you can't go jogging or you can't do push-ups. I had a brother tell me that he was asking me, can I do push-ups on the Sabbath? I'm like, yeah. You're like, well, that's work. I'm like, all right, well, don't do no damn push-ups. You know what I'm saying? If you can do the push-ups. It's talking about servile work to where you working for somebody and they forcing you to work. That's what this law is for. Like people who don't believe in the Bible, heathens that don't believe in the Bible, they'll just work you every day. But because of the Bible, off days is something that people consider. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave us an off day. So now read verse 3.
Exodus chapter 35:3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the 7th day.
So now what does this mean? Get in the context of the second verse. Remember, the last statement it said was, he that works shall be put to death. And we know that's talking about servile work. I'll give you the precept real quick to prove that it's talking about servile work. Go to Leviticus. Somebody get this, Leviticus 23:7. The rest of y'all just hold where you at. Mm-hmm.
Leviticus 23:7.
Mm-hmm.
In the first day you shall have the holy convocation.
So what is this talking about? This is talking about a high holy day that are Sabbaths. High holy days are Sabbaths. Read on.
You should not do no servile work therein.
So now in this scripture, it's specifying servile work. Whenever you read, don't work on the Sabbath, you should not do no work on the Sabbath, it's talking about servile work. You're working in servitude. So now go back to Exodus 35:3. Now that we know that this is talking about servile work.
Exodus 35:3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
So now I'm a man, we lived in the desert. The Middle East is desert. You know how cold it get at nighttime over there? I know because my step granddaddy, he was in the National Guard. I had to go over there to Kuwait. He was like, it get freezing cold over there in the desert when it go night, but in the daytime it's hot as hell. So now you mean to tell me Friday night you just supposed to freeze to death? You can't kindle no fire because the law say don't kindle no fire. So I'm just supposed to freeze my ass off that Friday night. I'm just supposed to eat all my food cold. I can't light no fire to see, none of that. Is that what this is saying? No. So what is it saying? Go ahead.
We'll be talking about sacrifice.
Matter of fact, that will cut them. We had to sacrifice on the Sabbath too. You got to cook the damn food that you sacrificing. The priest got to cook it. The showbread got to be, the scripture say the showbread got to be on the damn table always. That includes the Sabbath. You got to cook it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say what it's talking about is making somebody else work.
Yeah. You can't have, like, we had servants and maids. On that day, you can't make them come in and kindle your fire for you to be warm, for you to have heat to cook your food. That's a day where they have rest. Again, this is not talking about civilians. This is for people who are in charge on how to govern their households and businesses. Like, you can't make nobody come in. Like, let's say a man, he chopped down the wood, bringing your firewood. That's his job. On that day, you can't make him come in and do that for you. You got to get it how you live and do it yourself. Go ahead.
You said it was for governors?
Yeah, the laws in the Bible is for the priests. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for civilians. Like again, like your woman in America don't know the laws of America. She just know the simple laws, what to do, what not to do. But behind those laws are more laws on how, you should operate. Only lawyers know those things. That's why you got to get a lawyer when you go to court. That's why that term lawyer comes from the Hebrew word loyah, which is the tribe of Levi. They was the priest. You know what I'm saying? It was only for them to see. You know what I'm saying? And they was, what's the word I'm looking for? Specialists in the law. The same way lawyers today are specialists in the law. Everybody ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. So yeah, that's what this scripture mean right here. You know what I'm saying about not kindling no fire. You can kindle a fire. You can do whatever the hell you want to do on the Sabbath. Especially us, because we priests. We break the Sabbath every day by damn near being in here. When we start going to camp, that's work. You're doing the service of the Lord. It's supposed to be a holy day where you have it off. But you working that day because you're a priest. So especially us, we gonna defile the day anyway, so we can do whatever the hell we want to. Go ahead.
Christ, he taught on the Sabbath day too, though.
That's where I was gonna go next too. And Mark the 2nd chapter. Go ahead.
So is it considered work, or is it the work servitude? Is that like this servitude, like going out and teaching?
Yeah. Who we serving?
People of God.
Both of that. The people and the Lord. We doing our job. Like a priest, his job was literally to do the services of the Lord, to teach people about God, to take the sacrifices in. That was his job. He would get paid to do that. Money. You know what I'm saying? We just not doing it like that now because we destroyed as a nation. But pretty soon, brothers is going to get to the point where they don't need no slavery. They just do the work of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the priest did. Like for them to go out and have that sacrifice that day, or run the high holy day, or do whatever he's doing, he would get paid for that, even on the Sabbath. Go ahead.
So is it scripture like if I want to cut one of them items, I'm gonna cut them. Mm-hmm. Is the scripture showing that where they was cooking on the Sabbath day and stuff like that?
Yep. Go. You can go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here first. These are gonna be my last scriptures for the day on this topic. Fine. First, you can go here. You can go in the Old Testament, in the law. Go to Exodus 25 and 30. This is about the showbread. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And 30. And thou shalt set upon the table showbread before me always.
All what?
Always.
Always, meaning always. You're supposed to have showbread on the table always, meaning the Sabbath too. So now if you can't cook on the Sabbath, how you gonna cook that showbread for the priest? Because you can go there to cut them. It's another one where so you got to get a burnt sacrifices. And of course, you can always cut them with practical knowledge, common sense. Like if I can't kindle no fire, I mean I'm gonna just have to freeze to death that night. Go ahead.
Or some just hit me. The holiday is Sabbath.
Exactly.
So I mean, how you gonna
the Passover? How you gonna cook the lamb?
Right.
If you can't cook.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's common sense. But you know what I'm saying? They believe in religion. We are the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge. We're not religious. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't been cooking on Sabbath.
It's
hard. I ain't been cooking on Sabbath.
Like them niggas will feed you
that's
like.
Where I got it from. Yeah. You know that's why I meant it. You know. Yeah, that's why I meant it.
That's what they'll feed you. You go to like one of their classes or whatever, they'll feed you cold chicken wings and like cold spaghetti. Straight out the damn refrigerator. Cold fried chicken. You see the grease dried up and everything. Nah, they don't use the microwave or nothing.
They lying. They going to Wendy's and everything.
Even when they suffer, they eat them cold sandwiches and cold pasta, cold cuts. They eat cold food, cereal and shit. Like even like let's say you cook something the day before, because I used to think the same thing. I cook like I like jambalaya with the rice and you know what I'm saying, the sausage. I would let that sit out. Like I would take it out the refrigerator and eat it cold. But if you let that sit out, it was pretty good though. Nah, bullshit. Nah, but look, you let that sit out, it's getting heated up just by room temperature. Like it's not gonna say that same temperature. So you still heating it up regardless, because you letting that sit out. Yeah. It's gonna heat up. It ain't gonna be hot, but it's gonna be warmer than what it was. Go ahead.
That shit got bacteria in it. It develops over time when stuff get cold. You know?
Yeah, yeah. They gonna eat it anyway. Mm-hmm. Cold chicken nuggets and they eat it cold. They'll hand you a plate full of food that's supposed to be hot. Straight out the damn refrigerator, straight off the damn table. where they done took it out of the refrigerator and let the shit sit, because even they know it's ridiculous to eat it cold. So they'll just let it sit out. But even when you're doing that, you still heating it up. But I thought you can't cook. Go ahead.
So, do they know about this? Like these precepts?
Hell, I don't know. Again, they use certain precepts to form whatever religion they believe in, and that's that. Like, they don't care about nothing else. You can show them whatever the hell you want to show them, but because of that religion that they form from the scriptures, and they think it's godly, they're not gonna move from that. Go ahead.
So like I was at the store. I this probably be off topic, but I was at the store the other day, and I was speaking, on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
and this lady heard me, and I was talking about the reason why I didn't go to church, how they lied and everything, talking about the laws are done away with, but they still take up tithes and everything.
Right.
And she was like, go to Matthew 5:17.
She went there?
Huh?
She went there or you went there?
She went there.
Okay.
And she was like, this the reason why I don't go to church either.
So she was agreeing with you.
Right.
Okay.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, they would take laws, you know what I'm saying, that they agree with. But they don't, you know what I'm saying, look at all the other laws.
Mm-hmm.
They, you know what I'm saying, whatever fits their life, that's what they're going to use. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's right either, because like I said, you in the church, they, oh man, God said give me a 10 or whatever you got.
Right. Man, we sound like one of them. You sound just like one of them niggas, man. That was a demon.
Give it a 10 or whatever you got. But then, you know what I'm saying, you eat all pork, you eat pig feet, all this other stuff, but then they're gonna clog up your damn lung, your oil and everything.
Right.
But then you die. Oh, I don't know what killed him. Shit, that's pork that you just ate.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
It's like,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, to back up that precept that you gave in Exodus, Mark 2:23-28.
That's why I was going to go there next. That's why when Christ was on this picking the corn.
Come, Pharisees trying to attack.
Yeah. It's a go there. So now, so Christ ran into the same situation where like people, like Israel never understood the law. The reason you know that we didn't understand the law is because of what? We right here, right now, in slavery. We disobeyed the law because we didn't understand it. The point of Christ coming was to explain the law. Not the letter of the law, but the intent, the spirit of the law. You know what I'm saying? The Pharisees and everybody else before Christ was just going off the letter of the law. They didn't understand the spirit of it, meaning they didn't understand the intent of why it's written. For example, the law don't say, don't be gay, don't be a homosexual. The letter of the law says, what about homosexuality? Yeah, the literal wording is you can't lay with a man as you would with a woman. That's the literal wording of it. But what's the spirit of it? What's the intent? Don't be a homosexual. That's the spirit of it. That's the intent. The spirit of, the letter of the law of the Sabbath is don't kindle a fire on the Sabbath. What's the intent of it? To not force nobody to work. You know what I'm saying? The letter of today in America, the letter of, speeding, they got speed limit signs, 55. That's the letter of it. What's the intent? For you not to go too fast and kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? But read what you got.
Mark 2, verse 23. And it came to pass that he went through the cornfields on the Sabbath day, and his disciples began as they went to pluck the ears of corn.
So now these is black people. These is Israelites. What you think they finna do with that corn? Just raw?
They're gonna cook it.
Go ahead.
He's on Mark.
Yeah, Mark 2 and 23.
It's not Matthew.
Nah, it's Mark. I think it's one occasion them Matthew with the same story.
Yeah.
But he in Mark account. But yeah, you said cook, right? They was gonna cook that damn corn. They wasn't gonna eat it raw. What Israelites you know to just pick corn and eat it? Go ahead.
Corn is hard in the blood when you try to
Yeah.
eat it like it.
Yeah, you ain't finna do that, man.
No.
We Israelites, they picking that corn, they finna get down, finna cook it. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta clean it. It can have worms in it. You gotta do all that. So you gotta put in some work for this corn. So now the Pharisees is like, why y'all picking corn today on the Sabbath? Read on.
And the Pharisees said unto him, Behold, why do they on the Sabbath day that which is not lawful?
They like, it ain't lawful. Why they working? Read on.
And he said unto them.
So this way Yahawashi said to them. Remember, these is Pharisees. Everybody believes in the Old Testament. It wasn't no New Testament yet. It didn't exist. So he finna go back to the scriptures that they supposed to be experts in and cut them with them same scriptures. Go ahead.
Have you never read what David did?
So you like, I know you believe in David. Don't you know what he did? You know?
When he had need and was in hunger.
Mm-hmm.
He and they that were with him.
I mean, this is during the time when David was on the run from Saul and had to hide in the caves and was starving in the caves on the run from Saul. So he like, don't you remember that? What happened to David when they was on the run and they was hungry and they was starving? Read on.
And he went into the house of God in the days of Abiathar, the high priest, and did eat the showbread. And
he ate the showbread. When you read the law about the showbread, that was only for the priest to eat. But when David went to go see that high priest gave him that bread. Read on.
Which is not lawful to eat, but for the priests.
Read on.
And gave also to them which were with him.
I mean, he didn't feed just David, he fed everybody that was with David. So now, the law says that only the priests are supposed to eat the showbread. Did David sin by eating this showbread?
No, we didn't.
But it's a law to not eat the showbread. Hold on, why are you knowing that now? You still saying no?
I still say no because he was given.
Okay. So that means the priest was sinning, right? He broke the law. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's almost the same situation with the people that was trapped in their city under attack.
Mm-hmm.
They did under siege. They did what they had to do to survive. In this situation, I think wasn't David and them, David and his army.
Yeah, they was on the run from Saul.
And they was hungry.
Yeah.
So they had to eat.
Okay, go ahead.
Ain't it a law to say that you can eat your brother? He was doing a law. Because I think it's a law to say you can eat your brother's corn. You can pluck the ear over.
It's about when it say leave the corners of your field. If you got a cornfield, a plantation.
I think it say you can if your brother if you coming by the way, you can pluck your brother's corn.
Because it's another law to say you're supposed to leave that for poor people.
Mm-hmm.
Like or whatever corn you drop, you got to leave it on the ground for the poor. But y'all was both right. He did not sin by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because the spirit of that law was not to starve people. The spirit of that law was, the letter of the law say only the priest supposed to eat this. The spirit of that was to show everybody that the priest is eating. That the priest got something to eat. Like, he'll put that loaf of bread on the table to show the priests are being taken care of. If wasn't no loaf of the bread on that table, then that's how you know Israel went in a good condition. That was the only reason that bread was right there. So for them to go in and eat that bread, they did not sin. They were starving because they didn't damage the intent of that law. So now that's how Yahawashi cut them about the Sabbath. Now he finna explain the intent. He finna explain the spirit of the Sabbath. Read on.
And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath.
You know.
Therefore, the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath.
Break it down. Now that's it. First, let's start at 28 first, where it says, "Therefore, the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath." What is he talking about right there when he says the Son of Man is also Lord of the Sabbath?
That means he still keeps the Sabbath. Right?
It's Lord of the Sabbath. What does it mean to be a Lord of something? In charge. Now, he the Son of Man is only he the Son of Man? We are the Son of Man. That's what Israel. Well, no, that's what Israel means. But Son of Man was like how we say, "Hey, son," like not son, not like it. You know how niggas in New York be like calling each other son. Like, you know what I'm saying, son. We be like, "Hey, man." Like, it's the same way they using it back then. It's slang. They would say "son of man." Like, that's where the term like "son of a bitch" come from. Like, whatever you behave like, you will be the son of. If you behaving like a bitch, they will call you son of a bitch. You the son of man because you come from a man. You know what I'm saying? So now people are in charge of the Sabbath. So now break down 27. Go ahead.
That we do what we want to do on the Sabbath as long as we keep it holy.
Okay. Translated, where the Sabbath was made for man, what does that mean? Start right there.
It was made for us. So, I don't know.
You right there. Go ahead.
It was made for us to keep holy. And it was like, well, I don't know. I'm kind of.
Go ahead, give it a shot.
It was made for us to have like a chill time, a downtime.
So now, what does the second part mean? The Sabbath was made for man. You're right. It was made for us to have a chill time, and not man for the Sabbath.
We wasn't supposed to be like worshiping, not worshiping the Sabbath, but like.
Yeah. It's not a day for you to worship. The Sabbath day is not a religious day for you to treat it like you got to serve it. To where you can't eat certain foods and you got to do this and you got to do that. The man was not made to serve the Sabbath. The Sabbath was made to serve you. You know what I'm saying? The Sabbath was a day to where you do what you want to do, because the rest of the 6 days is days where you can't because you at work. The Sabbath day was that day for you to be able to do whatever the hell you want to do. Go ahead.
The reason why I used to not eat on the Sabbath, well, I say used to, but today I ain't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The reason why I used to eat was because of Exodus. I think it was Exodus, somewhere in the Exodus.
Where it say prepare your food the day
before. Right.
That was something, that wasn't even a law. That was before the law was even given.
Okay.
That was something that happened. Like, I think that's Exodus 18, chapter 18 or something around that time. Yeah, when you get to 20, that's when the law started coming out.
Oh, okay. So it was before the law.
Yeah, that was something. The Lord did that at that specific time for a specific reason. He wanted to see if Israel was going to obey him just doing that. He was testing Israel. That wasn't a law forever. You know? I mean, you had a question? The water. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you would cut them. You know what I'm saying? Just tell them, you can use this precept and have them explain it. They're going to look at you like, you know what I'm saying? The Sabbath is not made for you to serve it. The Sabbath was made to serve you. That's why you are in charge of the Sabbath. Go ahead. Oh, yes. Go ahead.
With the rest, you know what I'm saying? They said 7 days rest.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't the rest anything that you enjoy doing, you know what I'm saying, to get like, you know what I'm saying, rest? Like, I like going fishing.
Yeah. That's how you relax. It's rest is not physical sleep. Rest is from your work, from your servile work. to stop doing that servile work. It's not talking about going to sleep, taking a nap, resting. It's talking about stopping your servile work. The same way that the Lord did not, he is like when they say he created 7 days and rested, or the 7th day he rested, that don't mean he took a nap. The Lord don't need to sleep. It means he just stopped his work. He rested his work. He put it down. So when the scriptures say you rest on that day, it ain't saying you gotta go to bed that whole day and sit in the bed all damn day and sit in the house. It just means that you stop your servile work.
And you don't have anybody else working for you either. Nah,
you can't have nobody else work for you neither. Can't nobody force you to come in, and you can't force nobody else to come in and work for you. That's the spirit of the Sabbath. That's the intent. So everybody to walk on that. So no more. I'm finna. When I get to the crib, I'm finna throw some on the damn grill. You been eating cold cuts? Man, cook on the damn Sabbath. You can cook you something to eat. The Lord ain't trying to starve you to death, man.
Yeah. I was thinking just, I'm just being, submissive to the power.
It's being religious. That's what it's all it is. It's thinking that, but Christ just said it's not a day for you to serve. It's not a day for you to be religious towards it. It's a day for it to serve you.
It's a help to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's the intent. So I'll explain. Just remind me Tuesday about that buying and selling. The scripture they use in Nehemiah, where it say you can't buy or sell. That ain't talking about that. That's talking about something totally different. I'll explain that Tuesday. Just remind me. All right, with that, pass the class over to priest, the officer in the shop. We kind of short on time.